Everybody's so hyped about UX and UI, but I want to tell you from a business perspective, you might be looking at the wrong direction. Hey everybody, what's up? And welcome to another segment of Business Time where I share some of my learnings after working as a designer and a freelancer for over 15, maybe 17 years by now. And I know that if you're a designer like me, you watch other YouTube channel probably about design. You probably have been following other designers on Instagram, and so you're always seeing all these tips and tricks about how to become a better UX designer, UI designer. I know I've been covering and doing a lot of review for UX and UI portfolios, so I'm also into that, and I'm also talking about this because I love doing product design and thinking about how to create better user experience and working with tech companies. But what I want to talk about today is that from a business perspective, that might not be the best way to go and pursue your future as a designer. And the reason is it's very, very simple, and I will be able to cover this in like a minute, is the amount of companies in the world that actually needs what we call UX, UI design, which is basically product design, right? Designing dashboards, app, these kind of stuff. They're just like 1% of the companies in the world, right? Like who needs app design, dashboard design? They're probably just tech companies, which, because we live on the internet, we might think they're all around us, right? Because they're on the internet. But the truth is, they're just 1% of the companies in the world, of the businesses in the world. When you think about web design, like who needs a website, the answer is 100% of the businesses in the world. So I kind of see it as a pyramid. At the top, there's just the 1% of businesses who need UX and UI design. By the way, those companies also need a website to share what their product is about, right? So everybody needs web design. That's why kind of the bottom of the pyramid, I would say, is the need for web design. Who needs web design? Everybody, the whole pyramid. Who needs UX and UI design? Only the 1% at the top. And as you might see, and the truth is, and I've been working with these 1% doing UX and UI design for them, and I think it's wonderful. I love it. But there's not a lot of them. There's a huge competition on these projects. Why? Because, they have budgets. Those are interesting and fun projects to work on. So everybody's competing about them, and it's very, very hard to get. And there's not that many of them. But when you think about web design, it's true that you might say that not all of these, the pyramid, not 100% of the businesses in the world are going to spend a lot of money to create beautiful, amazing website. That is true, but just because the pyramid is so huge, think about this. Every restaurant, every lawyer, every retail company, all of them needs a business website. So the market is just so like 100,000 times bigger. And in that huge market, you can find the good clients. You can find the clients with the budget who are willing to spend on design, who are going to invest in creating an amazing, amazing website. And so the market is bigger. The market is global, whereas a lot of the tech companies are very focused on, being in the US, more specifically in San Francisco or in New York. Specifically, I'm living in Tel Aviv, which is a very big tech hub. So I'm fortunate to be next to where these UX, UI startup companies live. But if you think about this, no matter where you are in the world, every business that is around you, every business that you see when you walk down the street, they need a website. And so I think that in terms of business viability, where you have more chances to create a sustainable business and be kind of unique, find your own niche, have less competition, I think it's in web design. And so I think it's a little bit confusing because you see all the hype. Everybody's talking about this. You get tips. You want to do this because it's fun and it's amazing. But I think if you find what's fun and amazing and awesome about creating web design, you're going to have a much higher likelihood of creating a sustainable freelance business or agency, doing great work for clients. So that's my takeaway for this week. I'm not saying it's not important. I'm just saying from a business perspective, you should consider where you have better chances to succeed. See you on the next video.